हाँ, हमारे लोग होगा ये। वो भी फोर। फोर कौन देख सकते हैं आप? नहीं सर। ना कौन कौन है आपको पता चलेगा? हाँ? ना नाम तो पता चलेगा। नाम तो ये लाइन से, हाँ? ये लाइन। हेलो एवरीवन, गुड आफ्टरनून. Yeah. May I know who are all there? Can you just write your name, please? And if you have any question, please, feel free to write to me so that we can start discussion. I'm right here waiting for you people. I'm sure most of you have examination today, I think CSR exam. How come you people are here? So unless you ask questions, I cannot start my session. Okay. If you have any doubts regarding chemistry of main group elements, whatever you are learning in this NPTEL course, okay, feel free to talk to me. Of course, you cannot talk directly to me. You can express through chat so that I can start discussion. Because so far no one has sent any question to begin with. So I'm just looking forward to your questions to start the discussion. Participants can just introduce yourself by writing what you are studying and your name. Six or eight. Who is speaking? So as of now, I do not have anything to say. Okay, unless you ask questions, I cannot start any discussion on chemistry of main group elements, right? So you have to ask some questions. Okay, write your questions so that we shall start. If you do not have questions, I am very happy that you have understood everything. Or you are having some hesitation or apprehension in asking any questions. Don't have any such apprehension. Okay, please bother me, no issue. Among you people, anyone has taken interpretive spectroscopy course? That I'll be discussing later. Am I audible? Can you hear me? No response. Yes, sir means what? Pratiksha. Okay, good. You have any doubts, Pratiksha? Good. Okay. So then you have any question? So you have taken interpretive spectroscopy as well, right? Okay. In the next semester it's not there. You have to wait for next year after, probably a semester after this one. It will start in next January. Okay. Yes, she doesn't have any question. Okay. Which course is more useful for you? This one or the next one? Okay. First year BSc Honors. Okay. Surendra. Mhm. BSc Honors from which place? Surendra? Okay. So is it a 4-year course? BS course? So you have any difficulty in learning main group chemistry? And what is that? If yes. Okay. Okay. Is, so it's 4 years, right? 4-year course. Fourth year PG, 1 year, right? BSc honors, 3+1. What Pratiksha is studying? Okay, electronegativities. It's what is that you find it more difficult to understand when we talk about electronegativity concept? What really you want to know, or what kind of problem you have in understanding electronegativity concept? Yeah, tell me about electronegativity concept. You said you have some difficulty. What kind of difficulty you have? Yes, we have two units we use while giving the actual values of electronegativity. One is Allard-Rocho and the other one is Mulliken. Okay, so very minute difference is there. They have used different terms to calculate them, but when we are using consistently, we have to use one term. Okay, one scale we should use at a time. We should not use for one element. That okay. Those formulas looks like a little bit complicated. They are originated from quantum physics. Okay, and I thought it's not necessary here to discuss all those things. Those expressions, unless you want to dig deep into it, you can go for mathematical expressions. Otherwise, to just understand the magnitude and how it helps to understand main group chemistry, these mathematical expressions are not really needed. Well, the quantum mechanical approach, basically what happens, it's a little bit more appears complicated once if you are more interested in physical chemistry aspects. So understanding those terms and significance of those terms shouldn't be a problem. Okay. And one more Pauling scale is also there. Apart from Allard and Rocho and Mulliken, Pauling scale is also there for electronegativity. But only thing is consistently one should use only one at a time. Even if there is a problem in remembering, even if there is a problem in remembering the absolute values, we should know the trend. Okay, nobody is expected to remember apart from few elements such as chlorine, fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon, and hydrogen. Nobody expects you to remember those values, but relative electronegativity you should know. That you can get information by looking into the position of elements in the periodic table, right? So no need to remember all those things. But if we have to write in increasing or decreasing order, you should be able to do it simply by looking into the position of these elements in the periodic table. You know that electronegativity decreases down the group, increases along a period, right? And then how it increases, what happens, how that influences ionization energy, how it's influences oxidation state, and how it's going to influence reactivity, and how these things helps in having covalent bonds, atomic bond, metal-metal bond, and all those things you can clearly understand by looking into the periodic properties. They are very much related to electronegativity. All periodic properties can be explained simply by looking into the electronegativity, right? Even in understanding the nature of the bond, whether it's a covalent bond, ionic bond, or non-polar bond or polar bond, all those things you can clearly understand simply by looking into the position of elements. Okay, that can give you some picture. If the electron difference is much less, then you will be having covalent character. And if it is little more, then you can see polar covalent bonds. And if the difference is too much, then that turns into the polar covalent bond turns into ionic bond. Who are the other people present today, apart from Surendra and Pratiksha? No, so you want to become a chemistry lecturer? That's good. Uh, See, as far as inorganic chemistry is concerned, Shriver and Atkins book is very good. And also, C.S. Housecraft's book is there, Inorganic Chemistry. That's a wonderful book. And apart from that one, you can also refer to Huhi. That's a little bit old-fashioned book, but lot of information is there in it. So these three books are very good. The recent edition of uh, the Concepts in Inorganic Chemistry by C.S. Housecraft and Sharpie is a really good book. Okay, if you have enough money, just buy that book and read it. And maybe second edition is also available on web. You can download and use it. That's also a very good book. If you understand the entire book, so you can challenge any questions asked in a competitive exam or interviews. Okay, Shriver and Atkins, Inorganic Chemistry book by Shriver and Atkins. Yeah, I can write it. Oh, here I can write it, right? Yeah. Hmm. Constable, I think, right? Hmm? No, no, no. Other one is Constable, CS Housecraft and Constable. Oh, let's see. Hmm? LNG chart. Can I show like this? Okay.
Little down.
No, this time it doesn't come quickly. So this is a very good book. Okay, this is C.S. Housecraft and then Alan G. Sharpie. So these two books are good enough. I didn't get what you're asking about CSIR net exam. What is that? In chemistry, only chemistry will be there. Okay, chemistry, CSIR exam consists of chemistry means organic, inorganic, physical chemistry, and little bit of environmental chemistry and other things will be there. And we have a lot of questions are there. You have to answer very few questions, I think. So don't ask me about question examinations. Ask me if any questions are there about subject. Yeah, chat. Any other questions are there? If not, I will wind it up and I will start. Assignments are too tough. What can we do? Okay, see, you should feel happy about that. Okay, that gives an opportunity for you to learn and answer it. Okay, and if the questions are tough in assignment, then answering questions in exam would be very easy, right? Anyway, at the end, we'll be showing you the answer. Okay, so then you should look into the answer and analyze it. Of course, in multiple choice, what happens? We give the answers, but we will not tell you how to do it. That's your job. Okay, most of the questions are derived from the lecture that is given in that week, particular week. And again, if the assignments are too tough, you should be very, very happy. Okay. Because you have almost 120 questions, right? Yeah, 120 questions are there. And if you answer all these questions, then exam will be very easy, I'm telling you. Okay. You see, you have understood now, Krishna Kumar. Sometimes if the questions are easy, you should say, make it little more tougher. So what Krishna Kumar is studying? How about others who are present today in this live session? They are not opening their mouth at all. Okay. Say something. Oh, MSc, good. MSc first year? Okay. So if there are no questions, I would like to close this session. Okay. Just I will give you a few more minutes for you. And if I don't get any response from you people, so I will close this one. And at 5 o'clock, I will start the next session. The next one is on interpretative spectroscopy. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can attend that one and keep the questions ready so that we shall start discussing those things. Okay. Yeah, in molecular orbital diagram, HOMO and LUMO means the definition, HOMO means highest occupied molecular orbital. Okay, and then LUMO means lowest unoccupied molecular orbital. Any reactivity you want to look into in a molecule, that is based on HOMO and LUMO gap. If HOMO and LUMO gap is more, then what happens? Promotion of electrons would be a little bit difficult. The reaction is slow and those molecules are very stable. And if HOMO-LUMO gap is less, then the electron can be promoted easily. That means they are more reactive and less stable. Any problem solving session means if you have any problems, we can always solve those things. For that one, you have to tell what kind of questions you have well in advance. Okay. For example, we are giving enough time, 3 to 4 days, or even maybe 1 week we are giving. Okay. If you have any questions, write to us and we shall discuss those things during the live session. For example, next one is there on 12th. I'm telling you right now. Next session I'm going to conduct on 12th of March. If you have any questions, send it to me. Okay. I will discuss those things on that session. No, that is based on symmetry, yes. Okay. For example, Garad and Ungarad, what we say is if centrosymmetry is there, then it is Garad. And if centrosymmetry is not there, it's Ungarad. When you do some rotation and reflection operation, okay, for that you should be familiar with point groups and symmetry. And if any orbital can be converted into another orbital, for example, S orbital is spherically symmetrical, no matter how you turn, okay, nothing happens to that one. That's always Gerard, G. On the other hand, P orbitals, that's not the case. So this is based on the kind of symmetry they adopted. One can tell whether it's Gerard or ungerard. They are independent of electrons. Gerard and Gerard are independent of electrons. They are based on the orientation of those orbitals in space. If all are half filled or completely filled, then we can say they're symmetrically filled or unsymmetrically filled. That is very different. But when you talk about Gerard and Gerard, that is essentially depends on the orientation of orbitals in space and their shape as well. The Gardner sulfide process. That's already clearly explained in my lecture, how that is sulfur is extracted using Gardner sulfide process. No, if I didn't get, if more than 14 electrons are there, the position of these orbital is changed. No, position will not change. If more than, you cannot have more than 14 electrons in, for example, F orbital. I think you are referring to F orbital. There are 7 orbitals are there. You cannot have more than 14 electrons. Naturally, if 15th electron is there, that will go to another orbital. Okay, what I will do is maybe tomorrow I will send a, through mail, I will send some notes about this process then. Okay, if you haven't understood that process, okay, I will give you a little bit more details maybe tomorrow through email. What you can do, just send an email to me. Okay, I will add more information. Maybe if any diagram is there, I will put that diagram and I will send it to you. I'll send it to all. But I didn't get what you are referring to above 14 electrons. Not my mail ID. You can write to directly that Gmail is there, that portal they know, I think, right? Yeah, yeah. That NPTEL portal is there where you are all asking question. You just mail a question to me there. No need to write to my personal email, okay? That is not, sir, in molecular theory diagram of p orbitals diagram. What is that p orbital diagram? For example, when you take p orbitals, out of p orbitals, when you are using, if one is used in sigma bonding, other two will be used in pi bonding. So if you take, it depends on which direction you are taking and which axis you are considering as principal axis. Okay. If you are considering principal axis Z, then PZ will be involved in sigma bonding, PX and PY will be involved in pi bonding. So when we go for MO diagram, so p orbital diagram doesn't come into picture at all because we are generating a molecular orbital by combining appropriate atomic orbitals, right? They'll be having different position and different shape. We cannot write MO diagram for p orbitals. Anything else? Something like I answered a question about Gardner process, I think. But there was a question. I don't remember in the beginning. Yeah, also that video also was put up, like what's happening or something like that. So, okay, then as you said, if you have any problems, okay, keep them ready and send it to me, okay, and we shall discuss on 12th of March, okay. Now, see you all on 12th then, okay. Wish you all the best. So, but don't depend on notes all the time. For example, in your college or institute where you are studying, if they are giving notes, your instructors or your professors or teachers are giving notes, don't depend heavily on only notes. Okay, have the habit of reading textbooks and also reference books and make your own notes. Okay, and then try to solve the problem at the end of each chapter. That helps you in better understanding of subject. That you should do regularly for any subject for that matter. Especially BSc honors people have mathematics as well as physics. Okay, they complement each other. Okay, if you do well in mathematics and if you do well in physics, you can also do much better in chemistry. And also your solving ability is enhanced through better understanding of physics and mathematics. So keep motivated doing those things and do well. Okay. Yes. Hmm. See, if you look into helium and argon, they are very stable. Okay, you cannot really ionize them. Okay, very high ionization energy is there. As a result, you cannot use them. Okay, and they are least reactive. Whereas when you go to xenon and krypton, you can ionize them, and also you can take it to higher positive oxygen state. That's the reason, in particular, xenon is called stranger gas. As well, you can call krypton also, because they show some chemical reactivity, and nowadays a lot of complex compounds are known containing xenon as well as krypton, and especially with fluorine and oxygen. XeO4 is there, XeO2, F4, like that, many such compounds are there. And what you should know is whenever we have xenon compounds, only highly electronegative elements such as oxygen or fluorine can only do that. Okay, they can react to form oxyfluorides or oxyhalides or halides. And these compounds are highly oxidizing in nature. And also, those compounds are very good fluorinating agents because they show reactivity, unlike the term that is given as inert elements, they are called stranger. That's all. Okay. And but I don't know how a stranger is appropriate to explain the reactivity of those elements. Simply they call it stranger. It doesn't mean anything, but they do react. And plenty of compounds are known containing krypton as well as xenon. Okay, thank you. Okay, yes, for examination, as I said, you should not worry about examination. When you take any course, your concern should be about understanding the subject, okay, and understanding the basics. If you understand basics and understand the subject, no matter how questions come in the examination, you should be able to answer without any problem. Okay, my request for all of you is not to study subject just for the sake of passing examination. That's not a way to learn. Okay, you try to learn, put honest effort, and with sincerity, you learn the subject, then you should be able to answer any question. And the moment you start reading any, or taking any course for passing the examination, you are not really justifying yourself, okay, in that one. Okay, passing 35 marks, getting 35 or 40 or 50, 60 marks doesn't mean anything. Okay, you will just vanish into thin air. Instead, if you learn subject, okay, if you understand basics, passing exam is also easy. That might motivate you to do something or achieve something at later stage. Okay, so don't worry about examination. Okay, try to understand the basics, and if you don't understand basics, there are ample opportunities there through media and everywhere. You can try to get those things, solved, and then, okay, have some satisfaction of learning some subject. So then examination, even in the dream, if somebody comes and asks questions, you should be able to answer, right? So don't worry then. Okay, I wish you all the best. So I'm taking leave now. See you in my next one after maybe at 5 o'clock. And then about this main group chemistry. So again, 12th, I will see you around 5 o'clock or around 4 to 5. Okay. So come up with some questions. Not come up with questions, send questions in well in advance so that I can come and solve those things for you people. Okay. See you then. Yes, 7 minutes break is needed.